Again, everyone, and welcome to the Hilltop, home of the Harrison County Thoroughbreds. And tonight, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds play regional rivals, the Campbell County Camels. Good evening to you. Ed Lewis along with you here on this Friday night from the Hilltop. It should be a very interesting matchup. The Breds 8-5 on the year, 3-2 in region play. But Campbell County, really quite honestly, a little different this year. It's 7-8 this late in the season, 1-3 as far as in the region, and 1-0 in their district here in the early going. Campbell County, as most of you know, come in with a very, very good record as far as the 10th region since they became a part of that region many, many years ago. Have seen their way to the state tournament several years under longtime head coach Ark Russell. Coach Russell, one of the best coaches in the 10th region. But don't take anything away, as we've got one of the best coaches in the 10th region in Terrence Brooks in his second year as the head man as far as the Harrison County Thoroughbreds go. We needed to say thank you to the folks allowing us to be with you tonight, both on WCYN2's app as well as on our YouTube page. We say a big thank you to Unity Christian Church, Cynthiana Tire, Southern States, Edward Jones, Poindexter Lumber, Harris Memorial Hospital, Sorrel Home Medical, Ag Credit, Van Hook Hardware, Hinton Mills, Bluegrass Stockyards, Angelo's Pizza. Also, a big thank you to MCTC, Maysville Community Technical College, along with your Cynthiana Hardys, and they bring you tonight's pregame report to Cynthiana Hardys, as well as Joe Cochran and State Farm Insurance, Judy Construction, as well as Snappy Tomato Pizza, Harrison County Farm Bureau, Dustin Rose, agent, along with Michael Furnish and Farm Credit Mid-America. All great folks and great sponsors allowing us to have Harrison County High School sports here. Now, tonight is most of the time when the Breds and their Phillies play. As you know, the Phillies go to WCYN2, but tonight they're on the radio. They're on 1400 AM at 101.3 FM as they have made their way to the 2A state tournament down in Owensboro. They, of course, will be scoring off against the Lady Vikings of Rowan County. That matchup is scheduled about the same time this one is getting underway. Real quickly, as far as taking a look at the 2A bracket, how it breaks down earlier this afternoon, we saw Christian Academy of Louisville all over Hart County. 63-31 was your final Cal. Christian Academy of Louisville has punched their ticket to the semifinal play tomorrow. They await the winner of the Bell County Hopkins Central game. Of course, as we mentioned, Harrison County and Rowan County playing, as well as Mercer County and Taylor County will also play in the first round of this year's 2A championship tournament. So good luck to Coach Marshall and her troops as they look to bring a trophy back here to the Hilltop. But as we mentioned, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds and Campbell County about ready to square off. The last time these two teams met was just about a year ago. They met and saw a big win for Campbell County as Campbell knocked off Harrison last year. 70-67 was the final win, an exciting one. In fact, taking a look at the last 20 years, Harrison County has only won 6 of the 31 matchups. So you saw Campbell County with 25 wins, and Harrison County only 6 in that 31 matchup. In fact, Campbell County has won the last 8 matchups in a row. The last time Harrison County knocked off a Campbell County ball club was back on February 3rd of 2015. So it's been a little way since Harrison County has been able to knock off the Campbell County Camels as well. I'll tell you what, let's do. Normally at this point, we would hear from Bruce Templeton, the pastor of Unity Christian Church, with our opening prayer. We're going to go on and do that before we turn it over to our PA announcer, Dr. Bill Faulkner. So as we mentioned, Unity Christian Church out of Trickham bringing us tonight's opening prayer. And if you will allow me, I'm going to fill in for him here tonight. Father, we just thank you for another great night. We lift up our athletes both here at the Hilltop as well as the ones down in Owensboro. We pray for both of them and just ask that your will be done. But we pray that for their safety, both for this Harrison County Thoroughbred team and the Campbell County Camels. We thank you, Father, for just being our God. In Jesus' name, amen. As we mentioned, I know, speaking for Pastor Templeton, he would love to see you on this coming Sunday morning out at Unity Christian Church. And we thank them for allowing us to have our pregame prayer here tonight. We're about 4 minutes away from getting our game underway. As we mentioned in a little bit, we'll have our national anthem. We'll also be joining our PA announcer, Dr. Bill Faulkner, with tonight's starting lineups in just a matter of moments. Taking a look as far as Harrison County goes, the Breds have kind of had an up and down season this year. Harrison County with a record of 8-5. But taking a look at that, as we mentioned, coming off that huge tournament over Henry County over Christmas, they then turned around after that and knocked off Scott, of course, last week. But before that, last Saturday, falling to Mason County, 68-57 here at the Hilltop, and then knocking off Scott on Tuesday night, 49-40. So we'll see what happens tonight, as we mentioned, as well as they come in. Tomorrow night, a little bit of different as far as game time and on your schedule. As far as the Breds go, it was supposed to be a district doubleheader with both the Phillies and the Breds making their way over to Nicholas County to take on Coach Wright's troops. Well, then after the Phillies last Saturday punched their ticket to the trip to Owensboro, it became a triple-header. It became a freshman JV varsity triple-header. That's been scrapped too. And so now it's a varsity-only game at 6:30 tomorrow night. So the Breds and the Blue Jackets will square off. It is still scheduled to be over in Nicholas County, but the Harrison County, Nicholas County will be the first time the Breds will have seen district matchup. That'll be tomorrow night with a varsity matchup at 6:30. Nicholas County on the season at 5-10, 1-4 in the region, and 0-1 as far as the district matchup goes for Coach Wright's Blue Jackets. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But wanted to pass that along to you. There's a varsity only at 6:30 tomorrow night. Earlier tonight here at the Hilltop, we saw Campbell County knock off Harrison County in JV play 38-23. As we mentioned earlier tonight as far as the JV. One other quick note as we take a look, going into play tonight, as far as Campbell County, as we mentioned, 7-8 overall, 1-3 in the region, and 1-0 in their district. They are averaging a total of 63.4 points on the year. Harrison County, on the other hand, the Breds averaging 57.3 points, so about a 6-point difference as far as the averages go, but we'll wait and see. As we mentioned, it's been a while since Harrison County has knocked off a Campbell County ball club. In fact, it's been since 2015, so we'll see if the Breds are able to come away with a big win. It would be a huge win here at the Hilltop tonight. We'll also, throughout the matchup tonight, try to keep you updated as far as how the Phillies are going. If you would want to hear the Phillies game, it is on the radio side of things at 1400 AM and 101.3 FM and on the WCYN app tonight, as Jim is down in Owensboro at the Sports Center with all the play-by-play coverage as well. As far as other radio notes, let me pass along. No Let's Talk Sports tomorrow. Both Mike and Jim down in Owensboro, no Let's Talk Sports. And because of that, no roundtable tomorrow night as well, or tomorrow morning. So we wanted to pass all of that radio-wise and get that business out of the way. As far as we take a look at the starters here tonight, first for Campbell County, it's 7-8 on the year under head coach Ark Russell. They will look like this, getting a start tonight. And their leading scorer, one junior, will be Aiden Hamilton. Hamilton averaging 19.4 points and aware of the number 23. At the other forward will be another junior, number 20, Eric Davis, averaging 17.3 points on the year. At one guard will be a freshman, number 15, Garen Jackson. Garen Jackson averaging 2.5 points on the year. And finally, Keegan Hill. Keegan Hill averaging 4.9 points. He is a junior, wears the number 2. So that is the way the Camels will look. Harrison County going with a little bit of different lineup tonight as they will take to the floor by their leading scorer, Caden Custer. Caden Custer averaging 14.8 points on the year, wears the number 1. And another guard will be number 3, Mason Smiley. Smiley averaging 2.1 points on the year. One forward will be number 4, a senior, Richard Harris, averaging 6.6 points on the year. Also getting a start tonight, J.D. Kendall. J.D. Kendall averaging 7.8 points, wears the number 21. And then in the middle, number 44, Will Furnish, averaging 4.9 points on the year. Now we head to our PA announcer, Dr. Bill Faulkner.
The colors are being presented by cadets from Harrison County High School's Kentucky 51st Air Force Junior ROTC program. Carrying the U.S. flag and commanding is Cadet Major Nathan Nickerson. Carrying the Kentucky flag is Cadet Captain Jesse Munoz. And the guards are Cadet Captain Abigail Palmer and Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Caitlin Lewis. And now for your starting lineups. First for Campbell County. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 2, Keegan Hill. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 11, Jake Gross. At guard, a 5'9" freshman, number 15, Garen Jackson. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 20, Eric Davey. And at forward, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Aiden Hamilton. The head coach for Campbell County is Eric Russell, assisted by Jerry Gross, David Orth, Brent Souter, Brett White, and Jared White. And now for your 2021-2022 Harrison County High School Thoroughbreds. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Caden Custer. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 3, Mason Smiley. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 4, Richard Harris. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 21, J.D. Kendall. And a center, a 6'11" sophomore, number 44, Will Furnish. The head coach for Harrison County is Terrence Brooks. He is assisted by Drew Case, Joe Hinton, Tyson Jones, and Rob Ogden.
There's your starting lineups for tonight, as well as the national anthem. And here we go as we get ready to get this matchup underway. As far as jumping for, it'll be Eric Davey. Davey, as we mentioned, the mid on the middle, wearing number 20 for Campbell County. He'll be doing the jumping as he jumps against Richard Harris. Harris in his usual white number 4 uniform. And so we get ready to get this underway. Of course, at the hilltop, the Breds in the first half going left to right in their white home uniforms. Bo Queen, the official, getting the ball jumped up, ball tipped around, and quickly coming out with it will be Jake Gross. Gross, the leading scorer for the ball club. Get it across the way to Keegan Hill. Getting things set up for Campbell County as the Camels begin to move. It's Jackson out front. Jackson looks to go to the left side. He'll throw it away. First turnover of the ball game. Jake Gross not able to handle, and Harrison County will have their first possession. J.D. Kendall will throw it in directly in front of the stable. Gets it immediately into the hands of Caden Custer. Custer brings it across the timeline, right side rather, goes to Smiley. Smiley out front to Kendall. Kendall holds the ball at center court. One dribble back across to Smiley. Campbell County coming out in the zone, going 2-3. Gets it to Harris. Harris looks down the lane. Left side to Kendall. Kendall across court to Smiley. Long three-pointer from the right wing. No good. Out with the rebound. Quickly comes Keegan Hill. Hill gets the ball down as Campbell County looks to put the ball up. No good. Furnish will use his size and go over the top of Davey to come out with it. Smiley on the right wing. Smiley with a couple of dribbles. Back out front to Kendall from around center court. Gets it over to Smiley on the right wing. Back out front to Custer. Custer back to Smiley. Smiley looking to Harris down the right corner. He is being guarded very closely by Hill. Looking inside to Furnish. Furnish goes over the top of Davey. Puts it up. No good. Ball fought for. Continues to come out with it. Out of bounds. Off of Harrison County's Custer. And the ball back into the hands of Campbell County. Camels Hamilton. Aiden Hamilton gets ready to throw it in. Harrison County in their man-to-man defense gets it back across to Hill. Hill quickly down the floor we go to Gross. Gross left wing, back out front, continuing to move the ball around to Jackson. Jackson being guarded by Custer. Go over on the right wing is where he will find Hamilton. Hamilton, long shot put up.
Three-point basket, Jake Gross.
As Jake Gross puts it up and in for the first points of the ball game. 3-0 score at the 6:30 of the first quarter. Campbell County's leading the way. Custer brings the ball down on the left side. Gets it to Kendall. Kendall looking in the left corner to Harris, who went for a dunk. Misses the shot. Out with the rebounds, Davey. Davey gets it back across the court to Jackson. Jackson brings it across the timeline. Custer loosely on him, but back across court to Hamilton. Hamilton looking to the right wing. A couple of dribbles out front. He'll find Hill. He'll try to get it out, and we're going to say Custer knocked it out of bounds right in front of the Harrison County student section. And getting the ball back in is Garen Jackson. Jackson having trouble. We'll get it back to Hamilton. Hamilton down in the right corner. Harris on him. Looking in right. Goes back out front. He'll find Jackson. Long three-pointer from the left side by Gross. No good. Out with the rebounds. Davey. He'll put it back up and in for two. And just like that, it's 5-0. Campbell County with a quick lead here at the 5:50 mark. Custer bringing the ball slowly down across the floor. Back out to Kendall. Kendall to Custer. Now to Smiley down in the left corner. Back out to Custer, who's out on the left wing. Couple of dribbles, directing traffic. Gets it across court to J.D. Kendall. Kendall pulls it about 10 feet out, up and no. Fought for and out with the rebound that time will be Campbell County's Hamilton. Hamilton in a hurry. Gets the ball down the floor. Shot put up and in, and doing the damage that time was Eric Davey. And Davey's fourth point makes it 7-0 at the 5:23. And Coach Brooks is going to try to put an end to this, calling a quick timeout. While he's doing that, we'll remind you, if you've been thinking about farm or machinery loans, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America. You can give him a phone call at 859-254-2741. 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Michael Furnish and Farm Credit Mid-America. Camels coming out very quickly, putting some points up on the board here in the first quarter. Bread's trailing 7-0. They've had some looks, but not able to get anything to fall as of yet. Harrison County will be the first team to break huddle. And so we mentioned Bread's back in action tomorrow night at 6:30 as they make the trip to Nicholas County to take on the Blue Jackets for the first district matchup for Harrison County on this year's campaign against former Bread John Michael Wrights. Caden Custer will get the ball in from Kendall. He slowly comes across the timeline. Harris on the left wing. Out front to Kendall. Back to Custer, who's in the left wing. Gets it to Harris. Harris looks to power his way over Davey. Puts it up and bounces in as the Breads will put up their first point. So whatever Coach Brooks said worked at least here in the early going. Jackson brings the ball down in a hurry. Long three-pointer put up and in that time by Jake Gross. Gross' second three of the ball game. He's 10-2. Kendall will throw it in. Custer takes a look at the Harrison County bench and slowly brings it across the timeline. Looking to the right side. Tries to go into Furnish. Ball tipped by Davey, but Custer's able to come up with it. Got bodies and the ball flying all over the place. And finally, Custer will fly it out to Kendall. J.D. long three-pointer, no good. Out with the rebound that time will be Campbell County. Campbell's in a hurry. Gets it to Gross. Gross thought about launching. Instead, will kick it back out front to Hill. Hill finds Gross. Gross looking inside. Back across the court. Moving the ball back to Gross. Gross over to the right side. He will find Jackson. Jackson loses the handle on it. Caden Custer looking to run. Brings the ball down the lane. Kicks it to the right side to Smiley. Long three-pointer. Up and in. And that is a three-pointer for Harrison County. And Smiley's first basket of the ball game. And the Reds have cut the lead in half as we're halfway through the first quarter. Camels bring the ball down and going down the floor. Camels put it up. And Davey right under the basket goes up and in for his 6 point. Back to a 12-5 ball game, 3:55 the first quarter. Campbell County leading the way. Nice crowd on hand. Kind of picked up over the last few minutes. To the JV, there wasn't a lot here. Ball put back into play. Kendall back out front to Smiley from around center court to finds Kendall on the left side. Campbell still a nice little bit of defense. Finds Furnish around the free throw stripe. Back to Smiley. Custer goes to Kendall. Kendall looking at thought about taking a shot. Still will find Harris back to Kendall to Custard. Custard, Smiley. Smiley will hold the ball over his head. Back over to the left side to Caden Custer. Out around center court. Bounce pass. Kendall, long three-pointer from the left side. Misses off the side of the rim. Harris rebounds. Richard goes up. No. Ball fought for it. Up and in. Will be Custard's first basket of the ball game. Makes it 12-7 at the 3:12 mark. Bringing the ball slowly down the floor is Keegan Hill. Hill goes to the left side. He'll find Hamilton. Hamilton tries to power his way in. Hands off to Davey as he goes up and in for two. Davey's 8th point makes it 14-7. Harrison County about ready for some wholesale changes in a moment. Custer brings the ball down the floor. Left side to Smiley. Back outside to Kendall. Kendall top of the key. Holds the ball over, left side to Smiley. Smiley, a couple of dribbles, Custer. Custer looks to put it in motion, goes around the stripe, gives it to Kendall. Kendall right wing and rolls in and back out. Hill out with the rebound, and here come the Camels. Camels looking to run, bringing the ball down on the left side is Hill. Hill on the right side, he will then get it across to Hamilton. Long shot up, no. Furnish tried to come out with it. Ball still fought for, rolls out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Campbell County. Harrison County ball when we get back into play. Blaine Biddle will check in the ball game. Also checking in will be senior Clay Carpenter. And the final member of that threesome will be Garrett Wilson. They will be joining Richard Harris and Caden Custard on the floor. Custer brings the ball down across the timeline. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson on the left wing. Goes to Harris down in the left corner. Back out front to Wilson, who finds Carpenter around center court. He'll go back across to Wilson. Wilson to Harris. Harris looking and thought about baseline. Goes back out front to Wilson. Wilson to Custer. Caden stands and holds the ball and trying to direct traffic. Nearly loses and will lose a handle on it as Campbell's stripping. That's Gross. Gross on the left wing. Gives it to Hill. Long three-pointer and bounces off the backboard. And that will be Hill's first basket of the ball game. Third three-pointer of the game for Campbell County. Makes it 17-7, the biggest lead that the Camels have had of 10. Left side, he'll throw it away and coming across to Gross. Gross goes tangled up with Carpenter, and our first foul of the ball game will go against Clay Carpenter. 1:34 left to play here in the first quarter. 17-7. That's also going to put Gross at the line. It'll be Gross's first trip there on the night. First shot, up and in. 18-7. On the year, Gross hitting 75% at the free throw line. 27 out of 36. And a few more substitutions as Trent Schrogenfrey will come in. Number 15 for Campbell County also checking in for the first time is Trevor Williams. Second shot up and in, so both free throws will hit. Harrison County also going to their bench and bringing in Braylon Hinton. Hitting on the left side. Comes in for Harris. Goes Carpenter. Carpenter long three-pointer from the left side. Little too hard as it bounces up and not able to make it fall in. Out with the rebound that time will be Hamilton. Hamilton gets it down to Gross. Long three-pointer, no good. Wilson fights his way out with the rebound and hands off to Custer. Custer brings it across center court. Immediately picked up by the Campbell County defense. Finds Wilson around the stripe. Tries to go into Biddle. It's picked off by Hamilton. Hamilton looking to go in. Goes up and in for two. Hamilton's first basket of the ball game. 21-7. Campbell County's led the entire game as we're under a minute. Custer loses a handle on it, but Wilson's able to pick it up. Hinton with a long three-pointer and count it down. His first basket of the ball game. Second three-pointer of the game for the Breds makes it 21-10. 44.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hill will bring the ball slowly across the timeline, looking to his right. Then gives it up. Campbell's trying to move the ball around. Shot put up and hitting the ball that time is Schrogenfrey. It's his first bucket. The senior, one of the few seniors on this club. Campbell loaded with juniors. Getting it back up. Hinton will find Carpenter. Carpenter goes about 5 feet out, up too hard. Out with the rebounds. Carpenter with his own rebound. Up and no. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off of Harrison County. Actually, no, there's a whistle. Fouls against Blaine Biddle. That's his first. Team second. Trying to do with that other foul. Getting ready to put the ball back into play. Long shot up by Gross. He'll miss everything. Out with a rebound that time. Campbell County puts it back up and cannot get it to fall, and the first quarter is in the books. Campbell County leading the way, 23-10. Campbell County has led the entire night. Making sure my math is right here. And as we mentioned, Harrison County right now, it's trailed the entire night. Cynthiana's Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of both Breds and Phillies high school basketball, and we appreciate them and everybody that allows us to be with you here tonight. As Harrison County leading, as we mentioned, trailing 23-10 here at the end of the first quarter. We get ready to start the second quarter. As we mentioned, the Phillies in action down at Owensboro as a part of the Class 2A tournament. I wish them luck. They were scheduled to tip off, but around the same time. But, of course, as any matchups tournament, you never know how the earlier action is going to go. Carpenter will get it over to Hinton. Custer, Biddle along with Wilson out there for Harrison County. Custer back out front to Carpenter, looking to Wilson. Wilson back to Custer. Custer about 5 feet out. Went up with it. Hamilton, they're going to whistle for the first foul against Campbell County on the night. It does put Custer at the line for the first time. It's the first time that Breds have been to the line tonight. Custer on the year, 73%, 62 out of 84 at the line. He has 2 points overall. And a little too hard. He can get that one to fall. And coming out with the rebound that time is Campbell County. That's Davey. Davey gets the ball back and goes up with him. As he does, Wilson's going to get him, and that'll be the third foul against Harrison County.
Wilson, his first, team third.
Team's third. This puts Davey at the line. His first trip there tonight. Campbell's 2 for 2 so far on the season, or on the night. Hitting 71% at the free throw line, and the first one will fall up and in. He'll have a second. We'll get you some more substitutions for Campbell in just a moment here. Second one on the way for Davey, and that one not able to make it fall. Wilson out with the rebound, gets it to Custer. 24-11, Harrison County trailing. Finds Hinton down on the left wing, gets it back out front to Custer. Caden gets it to Carpenter. Clay looking to go to his right, goes back out to Custer. Custer looking back to his right, picks up the dribble and goes to Carpenter. They're playing a little ball out front. Barely underway here in the second quarter. Shot put up long, three-pointer by Hinton. And that will be Hinton's second three-pointer of the ball game. 6 overall for Hinton. Makes it 24-14 as the Braves have got it back within 10. They have trailed by 14. Get a ball put back into play. It'll be knocked out of bounds off of Wilson, so it will remain Campbell ball. Aaron Jackson out there. He is joined by Nathan Smith, was that other Campbell that came in just a few moments ago. Ball put down, trying to go inside to Davey. Kisses it off the glass and up and in for 2. Davey's having a big night. He averages 17 points. He's already got 11 here in the first quarter and little. Custer goes into Wilson. Wilson gets met by about 3 black jerseys. Still goes up with it. Biddle gets the rebound, and Blaine puts it up and in for his first bucket. 26-16, back to a 10-point lead. They try to throw the ball. Wilson's going to take it away. Goes coast to coast. And Garrett Wilson will put in his first bucket of the ball game. Gets them back within 8 at 26-18. Bringing the ball down on the right side. That's Gross. Gross gets it to Jackson. Jackson loses a handle on it. Custer takes it away. And he'll throw the ball away. Going the other way will be Jackson. As Jackson goes up, Harrison County's going to get him. Let's see who this one's on. Going to whistle this one. Blaine Biddle. That's Biddle's second. And that's going to put Jackson at the line. His first trip there, looking for his first point on the night. Jackson, 70%, only 7 out of 10 at the free throw stripe, and he'll miss the first one. Checking back in, J.D. Kendall and Will Furnish. Also checking back in is Aiden Hamilton for Campbell County. Custard, Carpenter, and Hinton staying in for the Breds. Second one on the way by Jackson, up and in. So 27-18. Breds still down by 9 at the 6-minute mark. Custer goes to the right side to Carpenter. Carpenter, couple of dribbles out in front to Hinton. Hinton finds Custer. Custer looks to go to his right. Jackson on him, gets it back across. This time, Carpenter down to the right wing. Gets it back out front to Hinton. Actually, it's Custer. Custer back to Carpenter. Clay will put up a long three-pointer and buries it. His first bucket of the ball game, and he's going to bring his team within 6. 27-21, 5:30 here in the first half. On the right side, Campbell County. It's it to Davey. Davey with a long three-pointer, rolls in, bounces back in there. His first three-pointer of the ball game. He's having a big game. Back to a 30-21 ball game. Custard finds Hinton, went to go into Furnish, and as he does, He'll see Hill knock it out of bounds. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you need to keep it covered. And Dustin Rose and Amy Davis can do that for you. Give them a call, 234-4514, 234-4514, Harrison County Farm Bureau. Paul put back into play. Furnish about 5 feet out, rolls it up. No good. Ball fought for J.D. Kendall goes up and in for two. And that's J.D.'s first bucket of the ball game. So the Harrison County offense slowly getting going. Davey goes coast to coast. No good. Ball fought for. Carpenter wanted to run. Clay brings it down on the right side, but wisely holds up as he was outmatched 3-1. Carpenter on the right side to Custard. Custer back out front to Carpenter. Clay's going to launch from the top of the key. His second three-pointer of the ball game. And just like that, it's a 4-point ball game at the 4:41 mark. Coach Russell wants to talk about it. 30-26, your score here in this second quarter. Harrison County's been down by as many as 14. They have closed the gap here in the second quarter. They were down by 13 at the end of that second quarter, but they have been able to make some noise behind 3 3-pointers here in the second. We'll remind you, of course, coming up at the half, we'll have the Joe Cochran State Farm Insurance halftime report. Also later tonight, the MCTC Maysville Community Technical College Licking Valley Campus postgame report, where we'll name the Judy Construction Player of the Game. All of that coming up later tonight here during our matchup. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your Friday night with us here at the Hilltop. The Harrison County Thoroughbreds have trailed the entire night here as they continue to try to tie this thing up. Campbell County will get the ball back into play. Throwing the ball in will be Hamilton. He'll find Jackson. Jackson on the right wing. Goes to the left side. Ball nicked around by Hill. Hill looks to go into Davey. Davey back across court. Shot put up by Hamilton. No good. Hill out with the rebound. He's being double teamed. Gets it back out front. This time to Davey with a three-pointer from the top of the key. No good. Hamilton comes down. He went to power it up. And as he does, he had about 3 white jerseys around him, and they're going to get Carpenter, I think. That's his second, team's fifth. And this will put Hamilton at the line, his first trip there. He has 2 points overall. Couple of dribbles. Hamilton looks to go up, and it bounces in there. Rolled all around before it went. He'll have a second one here. Hamilton, 79 out of, actually making 80 out of 110 free throws now, counting that one. It's 72.5%. Shot put up and in, so he'll hit both of those, and just like that, it's 32-26, back to a 6-point lead. Mason Smiley is checked back in for Harrison County, as Carpenter has a seat with those 2 fouls. Kendall goes to the left side. We're hitting about halfway through the second quarter. Kendall puts it up, no good. Davey out with the rebound. And he'll hand off to Hamilton, who gets it to Keegan Hill. Hill comes across the timeline on his left side. Smiley will loosely pick him up, goes to the right side, picks up the dribble. Continues to hold, looking and will hand off to Gross. Gross goes around left side. Jackson looking to go right. He'll throw the ball away, and coming out with his Custard. Caden bringing the ball down, goes down, picks up around the stripe. He'll find a shot put up and in by Hinton. Hinton was streaking down the left baseline. Custer found him about halfway down the free throw lane and gives it to him, makes it a 32-28. Nice bit of teamwork, and that is Hinton's 6-point. Bringing the ball down to Hill. Hill finds Gross. Gross will get it back out to Hill. Hill looking to go to his right, continues to move on the right side. Looks to go to try to get away. Smiley all over him, runs into Kendall. He's going to step on the baseline, and with the turnover, the ball back into the Bread's hands. Checking back in the ball game is Nathan Smith for Campbell County as Jackson has a seat. The Breads trail 32-28, 3:11 here in the first half. They have been down by 14 as many. In fact, they trailed at the end of the first one by 13. Let's see if they can get it within a couple of points here and get it within a basket as we quickly approach the 3-minute mark. Custer taking his time, gets it to the right wing to Hinton. Hinton will hold the ball, goes out front to Furnish. Furnish had Davey all over him. Little contact, nothing called. And up and in for 3 is Brylan Hinton's third 3-pointer of the ball game. He gets them within 1 at 32-31, 2:45 left to play. And the Reds have come storming back here in the second quarter. On the right side, looking to get it back over across to Gross. Gross looking to go to the left and tries to go down the lane. Picks up his dribble from around the stripe. Hill now tries to go over. Nearly throws the ball away as Hinton gets a hand on it. Knocks it out of bounds into the Harrison County bench. 2:29 left to play. It's still Campbell County ball. And Smith will take it out. Goes out front to Davey. Davey on the right wing. Gives it back to Smith. Smith over to Hill. Hill finds in the right wing to Gross. Gross looking, Kendall all over him. Looking to go right, then left. Goes down the lane and meets Furnish. Kicks it out to Davey. Long three-pointer, no good. Ball fought for it. Smith fights for it. Puts it up and in for two. First basket by Nathan Smith. Nice bit of work. Puts him back up by three at 34-31 at the 2-minute mark. Custer gives it to Smiley. Smiley looking inside. We'll get it to Kendall. Kendall goes in as we go under two. Goes up with it. Then loses a handle on his. Gross strips him. Gets it back to Hill. Hill looks to bring the ball down on the left side. Hill looking to move the ball up. Looks to go left. Then goes right. Goes up. Gives it up to Davey. Davey goes up with it and is fouled on the way to the basket. Let's see who the whistle's on. And they're going to get Smiley. That's Smiley's first. Team 6. Treat yourself to some Snappies. Snappy tomato pizza, salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, that beast pizza. 235-7627. 235.
Snap.
Hey, you did it. Good job. First shot put up and will not fall in there. Davey will have another one. He is now 1 for 3 at the stripe. Harrison County bringing Richard Harris back in. Second one up and not able to make it fall. Garrett Wilson also checking in as Wilson comes out with the rebound. Hitting with a long three-pointer. They leave him alone a little too hard. Smiley skies over everybody with the rebound. Hitting will launch from the top of the key too hard. Ball fought for, and we got a whistle into the basket. Let's see who Bo Queen calls this one on. Call before the shot. Whistle against. Actually, it's an offensive foul, and it's against Keegan Hill. Or defensive foul. So against Hill, and it's Campbell County. Harrison County will throw the ball back in. Gets it back to Custer. Custer looking to go to his left. Caden will sit up the offense, pull just inside the arc, and is fouled on the way up. Should go to the line for two, and if it is, and it will be against Hill, that'll be his second. Team's third.
Number 2, Keegan Hill, his second, team third.
This puts Custer at the line. He's 0 for 1 there tonight. Has 2 points overall. Averages 14 points. Came in as the leading scorer. He'll bury that one. He'll have another. Jackson back in for Campbell County. Stay with us at the half. We'll take a look how the numbers break down and get you ready for the second half. Second one up and in as well. Bread's bringing back it within a point at 34-33. Quickly approaching the 1 minute mark. Smith brings the ball down on the right side. A couple of dribbles. And got it very closely by Hinton. Gets it across to Gross. Long three-pointer, off too hard. Ball fought for, out with the rebounds. Hamilton. Hamilton stripped that time by Smiley as we go under a minute. Custer bringing the ball down across the timeline. 50 seconds. Looking to go to his left. Continues to try, goes over Smith, up and in for two. And let's make sure it counts because it fell in, but they called the whistle. Did it count? And it did. Good job. So the Birds will take their first lead of the night. As Custer will go for one shot, 35-34, 42.6 seconds. Birds with their first lead of the night, and he'll bury it. Harrison County up by 2. Campbell's looking to try to tie this thing up as Jackson brings it across with 35 seconds. Jackson looking to his right. Smiley on him, looking to go right. He'll find Smith out on the right wing. Gets it back out to Jackson. Jackson to Gross. Gross goes baseline. Goes up and in for 2. And he's fouled on the way as well. Make sure this one counts. And it will be. This one against Wilson. That's his second foul. And this will put Gross at the line where he is 2 for 2. That's 10 points now. 8 of those coming in that first quarter. He'll miss too hard. Ball fought for, and Smiley out with it. Custard slowly bringing it down as we hit 20 seconds. He'll call the play as he comes across the timeline and is met by Gross and Hamilton. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson finds Smiley. Smiley long three-pointer, too hard. Hilton out with the rebound. No good. Hinton Hinton fighting for it. And we got a tie-up. We got bodies all over the floor. The tie-up, the jump ball called. It's Campbell County ball. So with the turnover, it'll be Campbell County ball. And coming up limping just a little bit that time was Davey. He's going to stay in, but he was one of the bodies that hit the floor. We're tied at 36 with 6.1 seconds left. Jackson brings it down. Gives it across to Hamilton. Hamilton call for the travel and the turnover with 2.7 seconds. Harrison County will take over. J.D. Kendall coming in. Kendall is joined by Custard, Hinton, Harris, and Smiley. Hinton will be throwing in. Campbell County going man-to-man full court. Hinton gets it to Custard. Custard brings it across. 1 second at half court and misses. So, at the end of one, we're no more near where we were at the beginning of the ball game. Our score, 36-36. As we are tied all up. We invite you to stay with us during our halftime report. I don't have them. As we continue on here tonight. So our halftime being brought to you by Joe Cochran and State Farm. We appreciate Joe and all the nice folks allowing us to be here tonight. Tonight, our ball game being brought to you by Unity Christian Church, Cynthiana Tire, Southern States, Edward Jones, Poindexter Lumber, Harris Memorial Hospital, Sora Home Medical, Ag Credit, Van Hook Hardware, Hidden Mills, Bluegrass Stockyards, Angelo's Pizza. Also being brought to you by Maysville Community Technical College, Licking Valley Campus. Also tonight, your Cynthiana Hardys, Joe Cochran and State Farm, Judy Construction, along with Harrison County Farm Bureau, Dustin Rose, agent, as well as Michael Furnish and the Farm Credit Mid-America, all Snappy Tomato Pizza, all bringing us tonight's high school basketball game. Well, we had kind of the tale of two quarters that time. We saw Campbell County come out with a 23-10 at the end of one, but Harrison County just able to come up with a big second quarter to tie this thing up. We'll take a look at the numbers here in just a moment. First, I was trying to see if I could find out what's going on with the girls' game, but we'll get that for you hopefully before in just a little bit. As we continue on. 2, 4. What a half as we take a look how the numbers break down. As far as quarter scoring goes, we saw Campbell County actually take the first quarter 23-10, but the Breds came storming back to take that second one 26-13. I mean, that is getting the job done as well. As far as the individual numbers, we'll get you those here in just a moment. Eric Davey leading the way for Campbell County in that first half. As far as numbers go, we see two players in double figures for Campbell County. They were led, as we mentioned, by Eric Davey. Davey having a big quarter each way, putting 8 of those 14 up in that first quarter, going 1 for 4 at the free throw stripe and 1 3-pointer. Then the other player in double figures is Jay Gross. Gross with 10 points, but the key to that, 8 of those 10 coming in that first quarter. He also went 2 for 3 at the stripe. The rest of the scoring for Campbell County, we saw 3 for Keegan Hill, 1 for Garen Jackson, 4 points for Aiden Hamilton, which is big. Hamilton came in leading the way with 19 points on the season, but 4 points for Hamilton, 2 points for Nathan Smith, and 2 points for Trent Strogenfry as he came off the bench for his 2 points. So Eric Davey leading the way for Campbell County with 14, and Jake Gross also with 2 here tonight as well. As far as Harrison County scoring, as we take a look at those numbers here in just a moment, leading the way off the bench with 11 points was Braylon Hinton. Hinton with 3 3-pointers to help count for his 11 points here on the night. After him is Caden Custer. Custer with 9 points. going 3 for 4 at the free throw stripe. That'll count for his 7 points rather. 7 points for Custer. 7 for Custer. Then 6 points for Clay Carpenter. Carpenter off the bench with a couple of big three-pointers to help count for his 6. 2 points for Garrett Wilson. Wilson with 2. J.D. Kendall with 2. Kendall with 2. 2 points for Blaine Biddle. Biddle with 2 as well. Richard Harris with 2 points tonight. Harris with 2. And Smiley with 3. Mason Smiley with 3. So leading the way for Harrison County is Braylon Hinton with 11 points here in the first half. He is followed by Caden Custer with 7 and 6 points for Clay Carpenter. So that is the way the leading scorers look for the Braves. So we mentioned quarter scoring. As we take a look at that, we saw Campbell County take that first quarter 23-10, but the Braves able to answer with 26-13 in the second quarter, and we're tied at 36-all here tonight. As far as the foul situations go, as we take a look at that, the foul situation with 2 for Blaine Biddle, 2 for Clay Carpenter, 2 for Garrett Wilson for Harrison County. Smiley also with 1 here tonight. As far as Campbell County, they only had 3 in the first half. Keegan Hill with 2, and Aiden Hamilton also with 1 foul to help count for their 1 foul here in the first half of play. As far as we'll remind you, the next ball game that we have will be tomorrow night, as the Harrison County Thoroughbreds will be in their first district matchup, as they will be making the trip to take on Nicholas County. That game time, as we mentioned, a little different than what you were thinking, because as originally it was supposed to be a girl-boy doubleheader. Well, obviously with the girls making their way down to Owensboro as a part of this year's 2A state tournament, they were able not to go tomorrow night. Hopefully they'll be playing tomorrow night down in Owensboro. But saying that, the Harrison County then made it a boys tripleheader, a freshman JV varsity tripleheader. Well, scratch that. That's all been changed too. Okay, thank you. At the end of, well, they scratched that. Let's finish the thought about tomorrow night. There is a varsity game tomorrow night. The Braves will be taking on Nicholas County varsity only, and it's at 6:30, so a little bit different time tomorrow night. 6:15 should be pregame. 6:30 is scheduled tip-off. Harrison County, Nicholas County boys action. As far as the girls game right now, as we take a look at the end of 1, Harrison County trailing 10-6 to Rowan County. So Rowan County leading the way 10-6 at the end of 1. And we'll try to keep you updated as it goes, but Rowan County leading by 4. Being pretty neat if the Phillies could do the same thing the Braves did here in the second quarter. But as we continue on, ticking our way towards the third quarter in the second half, we're tied at 36 here at the Hilltop. We say a big thank you to the folks allowing us to be with you again tonight. All of the great sponsors. And as soon as they are with us for every Harrison County sporting event, we say thank you to Cynthiana Tire, Southern States, Edward Jones, Poindexter Lumber, Harris Memorial Hospital, Sorrel Home Medical, Egg Credit, Van Oak Hardware, Hinton Mills, Bluegrass Stockyards, Angelo's Pizza, Unity Christian Church, Maysville Community Technical College, Licking Valley Campus, Judy Construction, Joe Cochran, and State Farm Insurance, your Cynthiana Hardee's, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Harrison County Farm Bureau, along with Michael Furnish and Farm Credit Mid-America. Great folks allowing us to be with you here on this Friday night from the Hilltop. As we mentioned, one other programming note that I mentioned a little bit earlier on, no Let's Talk Sports in the morning. So no Let's Talk Sports in the morning. And with Jim being down in Owensboro, no roundtable tomorrow as well. So no roundtable tomorrow as well. This halftime report being brought to you by Joe Cochran and State Farm Insurance. The nice folks down at State Farms on Main Street there. Go check them out for any insurance needs you may have. They are very, very helpful. They have helped me quite a bit over the years, and we thank Joe Cochran and his staff for allowing us to have our halftime report here tonight. We're tied at 36-all. Campbell County taking that first quarter, the Birds taking the second one, and we'll see what happens as we get ready to start the third quarter. In a matter of moments, both teams out on the floor and getting ready for tonight's matchup. As we mentioned, tomorrow night is the Harrison County Thoroughbreds' next matchup as they take on Nicholas County. Following that, they will be next week on Tuesday, making the trip to Bracken County to take on the Polar Bears. Bracken, big win last night. They advanced on to the All-A tournament, so we'll have to see how that goes, and good luck to them as they represent the 10th region. Also next week, next Friday, they've got Robertson County here at the Hilltop, and then next Saturday they also have Augusta. So the next home matchup will be a week from tonight as Robertson County comes calling. Busy week for the Thoroughbreds. The Phillies, as I mentioned, also in action next week. We'll take a look at their schedule a little bit later as both ball clubs have come back out. Harrison County and Campbell County were tied at 36 all. Eric Davey leading the way with 14 points, and Jake Gross with 10 for Campbell County. Their leading scorer, Aiden Hamilton, only 4 points. Came in averaging 19 points on the year. Harrison County led the way with the only player in double figures, Braylon Hinton, in with 3 3-pointers to help count for those 11. And then Caden Custard with 7 of his own, going 3 for 4 at the strike. 36 all as we get ready to start the third quarter of play. So we mentioned our last report at the end of one, Rowan County leading the Phillies 10-6 down at the 2A state tournament. J.D. Kendall, Mason Smiley, Caden Custard, Will Furnish, and Richard Harris. The starting lineup back out there for Harrison County. Birds will also have the ball to start the second half. Eric Davey, Jake Gross, Aiden Hamilton, Keegan Hill, and Garen Jackson starting the starting lineup for Campbell County. Ball back underway. Custer gets it to Smiley. Smiley to Kendall. He's left alone at the free throw stripe. A little too hard as he hits the front of the rim. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. No rebound. Will Furnish gets the rebound. Will puts it up and in for his first basket. And the Reds back up 38-36. Gross down on the left side. Tries to get around Kendall. Gives it up to Davey. Davey to Hill. Hill, long three-pointer. A little too hard. Ball bounces around. Out with the rebounds, Gross. He'll find Keegan Hill out on the right wing. Now top of the key. On the left side, hands off to Jackson. Jackson looking around. Looks to his right, then to his left. Pulls it back out. Smiley loosely on him. Goes to his left. Continues to just dribble out front. Gross win. It goes back in. Smiley still staying with Jackson. Gives it to Gross. Harris on him. Back out front to Hill. Hill to Jackson. Jackson finds Hamilton. Hamilton tried to go in. They're going to say it was tipped off of Custard. Actually, from this angle, it looked like it was off of Hamilton, but official was a little closer to the play, but didn't look like Custard was anywhere near that ball. Ball put back into play. On the right side, gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton down in the right corner. Looking to go to his left. He'll go, puts a wild-looking shot. Custard saves it from going out. Tries to go to Furnish. It's loose. Kendall out with the rebound. J.D. bringing it across the timeline. Right side to Smiley. Smiley out on the right wing. Bringing it slowly back out. And hands off to Custard, who resets the play. 6:45 in the third quarter. 38-36. Bread's up by 2. Gives it back to J.D. Kendall. Kendall loosely being guarded. Will hand off to Custard. He'll look to get the action going. Goes to Smiley. Smiley around the free throw stripe. Hands off to Kendall. Kendall looks to go in the lane. Bounce pass out to Custer. Custer thought about launching. Instead will come back out to Harris. Harris top of the key. Looking to go to right. Goes down the lane over Hill. Not able to make it fall. Gets his own rebound. Goes up. And he's fouled from behind by Eric Davey. And that's Davey's first of the half for Campbell County. Puts Harris at the line. Harris' first trip there tonight at the free throw stripe. On the year. 26 out of 45 for 57.8% at the free throw stripe. Harris goes up and in. Brad's now up by 3 and checking back in the ball game. As Hill will have a seat, will be Nathan Smith. Smith saw some action in that first half. Harris looking for his second free throw point here. He'll miss that one. Ball loose. Custer gets his rebound, saves it from going out to Kendall. J.D. at the top of the key now, and he'll reset the offense. Groves comes out. He'll bounce past to Custard. Custard around the stripe, puts it up and in for 2. His 9th point. Bridge with their biggest lead at 5 at 41-36. As Coach Russell, Eric Russell, wants to take a timeout here. See if he can get his troops back underway. As the Reds have put up 5 points to begin the third quarter in the first couple of minutes. Which will give me a chance to tell you about, if you're thinking about a farm or machinery loan, call Michael Furnish. Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America. 859-254-2741. Learn how he can help you. Michael Furnish and Farm Credit Mid-America. I remind you, tomorrow night, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds are back in action as they finally open up 38 district play. So they take on John Michael Wright's Nicholas County Blue Jackets. Doesn't seem like it's been long enough for him to be a head coach. Of course, he's had a couple of stops. He's on his way to Nicholas County. Hasn't been that long ago. He wore number 4 running up and down this floor. Getting the ball back into play. Hamilton. He'll hand off to Jackson. Jackson looking to go inside to Hamilton. Pretty alley-oop, but they can't finish. But Eric Davey comes flying down the floor and puts it up and in for his first basket of the second half. Nice job by Davey at that point. Out front to Kendall. 41-38, Breds up by 3. Kendall spin move. Davey's going to block it. Comes up with a rebound. Hands off to Gross. Gross looking to bring the ball down the floor. Left side to Jackson. Jackson thought about it. Instead, we'll bring it back out front. This time to Gross. Gross on the right wing. Gets it back out front to Smith. Smith nearly throws it away, but Jackson steps on the half-court line, but keeps it alive. Gets it back across to Jackson, who goes up. And that's not Jackson. That's Davey goes up. And as Davey goes up, he gets fouled. They're going to call that on Will Furnish. That's his first. Team's first of this half, and this puts Davey at the line. Davey 1 for 4 there. He has 16 points overall. Couple of dribbles, up and in. Gets it back with win 2. Junior stays at the line, 41-39. So we mentioned it's the last time the Breds came away with a win against Campbell County was back in 2015. Up and in. He'll bring him within a point. 41-40. Harrison still with a 1-point lead. Smith will have a seat, and checking back in the game be Garrett Siri. It'll be the first time we've seen Siri tonight. He wears a number 4 for the Camels. Siri, one of a couple of seniors on the ball club. Smiley goes on the left side, gets it back out front, this time to J.D. Kendall. Kendall being guarded very closely by Gross. Gross then backs off, finds Smiley. Smiley to Harris. Harris bounces off, still continues to bounce off, and as he tries to go up, he's going to get tangled up with Hamilton. Tie-up, possession arrow belonging to Campbell County. Camels will take over. 4:55 here in the third quarter. Harrison County up by a point. They've led by as many as 5. Ball thrown into Gross. He'll bring it across the line. Kendall will pick him up as he comes across the half-court side. Finds on the right side to Siri. Siri looks to go to the left side. Tries to get things going. Smiley hanging right with him. Gets it back out front to Jackson. Jackson around center court. Gets it over to Siri. Siri on the left wing. Looking to go inside. Back out front. Long shot put up by Davey and up and in for 2. Just inside the three-point arc. And they woke him up, and he's got all 6 points here in the second half for Campbell County. And puts the Camels up by 2, 42-41. Harris looking to try to go inside, gets triple team. Finally hands off to Kendall. JD goes up and kisses it off the glass, up and in for 2, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. Whistle that time against Gross, and that's Gross's first. Kendall's 4th point. He'll go to the line, his first trip there. And the Breds back up 43-42 here in the second half. 4:16 left to play. JD will put up the shot and rolls in and back out. Davey out with the rebound. Harrison up by a point. Camels with the ball. Left side, Jackson. Jackson looking inside to Davey. Custer got a hand on it. Out of bounds it'll go. Back to Campbell County. The ball thrown back in. It's tipped around and coming out with it's Gross. Gross finds Jackson on the left wing. Halfway through the third quarter. On the left side to Gross. Gross been very quiet after the first quarter. Went to go in, gets away with a travel, then hands it to Hamilton. Hamilton doesn't get away with the travel as he went up and came back down with it, and you can't do that. And with the turnover, ball put back in the hands of Harrison County. I think half the court here decided to make that call across the way. Gets it back across court. We'll get it to Custer. Custer being guarded by Siri. Goes around Siri, goes in to Davey and Hamilton, and ends up losing the handle on it. And they're going to say it's all ball as Custer hits the floor. Out of bounds it'll go back to Campbell County. Keegan Hill back in for Garen Jackson. 43-42. Brits still up by a point at 3:40 here in the third quarter. Ball thrown into Gross. Gross slowly bringing the ball down across the timeline. Left side, he'll find Hamilton. Hamilton looking into Davey. Davey tries to go over the top of Furnish, not able to make it fall through, and out with the rebound. It's Custer. Custer being hounded by Siri. All kinds of contact in front of the official. Ball put back across to Smiley. Harris with a long three-pointer from the left side. Too hard. Out with the rebounds, Furnish. Will tries to go up, puts it on the ground. That's a no-no. And Hamilton, or Davey rather, gets tangled up with him. Davey really bailing him out. Davey's second foul. Team's third of the half. Furnish came down with it, put one dribble on the floor and got tied up. Davey bailing him out that time. 43-42, Breads with the ball in the 1-point lead. J.D. Kendall will take it out into the Harrison County basket. Kendall will hold the ball, looking out front, continues to hold and gets it to Harris. Harris goes over Hamilton. Hamilton with a nice block. Davies out with the rebound. Nice bit of defensive work that time by Hamilton. Hamilton on the left side, looks to go inside, goes over the top of Harris, cannot make it to fall, gets his own rebound with about 4 jerseys around him. Mason Smiley just says, I'm taking it away. Gets it across, down to Furnish, up and in for 2. So Furnish putting the ball up and in for his 4th point. 45-42, Breads back up by 3. Hill, Hamilton, Hill out on the left wing. Back out front to Hamilton. Harrison County man-to-man defense. Hill down the left side, went to go to Davey and got a whistle away from the ball. And against Custard, that's Caden's first, team's second of the half. Gary Wilson will come in for J.D. Kendall. Also checking back in for Campbell County will be Trevor Williams. Actually, that's Troy Williams' first look of the night. Williams will get the ball back into play. Davey went up. Furnish said no. And coming out with it's Custard. Nice bit of defensive work by Furnish. Custard tried with a bounce pass to Wilson. As he does, Gross kicks the ball. Harrison County will keep a hold on it. 2:24 here in the third quarter. 45-42, 3-point lead for the Reds. Camels had a quick lead here in the third quarter. Outside of that, Reds have pretty much owned this third. Wilson taking it out into the Harrison County basket. Still trying to get it into play, having trouble. Gets it around Gross. Smiley, long three-pointer. Up and in! His second three-pointer of the ball game, 48-42. 6-point lead. Biggest lead the Reds have had. Davey looking to go in. Goes over top of Furnish. Ball fought for. And saving it from going out. They'll get it to Hill. Hill goes to Hamilton. Long three-pointer. Front of the rim, and ball fought for. Wilson out with the rebound. Custard as we go under 2 minutes. Custard down on the right wing. He's going to reset the offense and slow things down just a bit. 1:45, and as I say that, Williams comes says, no, I'm going to come out and get you. So Williams on top of Custard, out around center court. Going to the right side, Custard. Caden looking to go to his right wing. Just continues to try to go baseline. Gets met by a couple of defenders. Finds Furnish. Furnish barreled that shoulder. Went up. Not able to make it fall. Wilson is end up getting Gross with the fouls. They both win for it, and that's Wilson's third. Team's fourth. Or team's third, rather. Gary Wilson will come in for Campbell. Blaine Biddle, Clay Carpenter checking back in. Also checking in. Who did I miss? Checking in for Harrison County is Braylon Hinton. 1:23 left to play. Breads up by 6. Campbell with the ball. Gross looking to bring it down. Wilson on top of him. Goes back out front. Williams on the right side to Hamilton. He goes baseline. Goes over Blaine Beatty. And as he does, Beatty's going to get him. Biddle, rather. Sorry about that. Biddle's third. Team's fourth now. And this will put Hamilton at the line. He is 2 for 2 there to help count for his 4 points. 48-42, 1:12 left to play. First one up and in. He'll have a second shot here. Three for 3 at the stripe, making 4 for 4. Back to a 4-point lead at 48-44. Carpenter will throw it into Custard. As we quickly approach the 1 minute mark, Williams will come and meet him in the backcourt. Custard across the timeline. We hit 1 minute. Third quarter to Custer. Back out front to Clay Carpenter. Carpenter looking to give it across to Hinton. Hinton gets it back to Custer. Custer now on the right side. Hinton long three-pointer too hard. Fought for and out with the rebound is Davey. Davey out front to Hamilton. Quickly getting back is Wilson. Wilson and Hamilton get tangled up. He'll miss the shot, and out with the rebounds Gross. Gross throws it back to Williams. Williams across to Davey. Davey looking to slow things down, finds Williams. Williams tries to turn it back up to Jackson. Jackson on the left side as we hit 25 seconds. Harrison County up by 4, but we'll have a foul out front. And so we all Carpenter as he gets Gross. That's Carpenter's third. Team's fifth, and Jackson will take it out in front of the Campbell bench with 21 seconds left. Out front we go. This time gets it back to Davey. 15 seconds. Jackson. Jackson moving the ball around. 10 seconds. Hands off to Gross. Gross continues to go to his right. 5 seconds. Gross. Williams, long three-pointer, misses everything. Custer rebounds, throws the ball at the other end. And at the end of 3 quarters, Harrison County leading 48-44 at the end of 3. Big third quarter for Harrison County. As they take that third quarter, 12-8 to make it a 48-44 at the end of 3. Your Cynthiana Hardee's has made-from-scratch breakfast options. They also have the best burgers in town. Hardee's, proud supporter of Reds and Phillies basketball here on WCYN. Well, at the end of 3, Harrison County leading the way. 48-44. Here tonight. And at halftime, oh wow, 32-14, Rowan County leading Harrison County, 32-14 at the half, Rowan with the lead. So we'll see, hopefully the girls can make a huge comeback down at Owensboro. As we feed them the score of our game down here, we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Custer will get the ball back out front. Custer resetting the offense. Gets it to Carpenter. Carpenter gets tangled up. Will hand off to Custer. Custer gets it to Hinton. Hinton a couple of dribbles back out front to Custer. Custer got it to Wilson. Wilson gets fouled from behind by Davey. And that's his third. Hinton will take it out in front of the Harrison County bench between the scorers table and the Harrison County bench and Coach Case. Quickly coming off the bench that time will be Trent Schrogenfrey. Schrogenfrey, as Davey will have a seat with those 3 fouls. 48-44 as we start the fourth quarter. Harrison County with the lead. We were tied at the half, 36 all. Reds taking that third quarter, 12-8. Ball put around, tipped around, continues to be fought for, and out with it will be Jay Gross. Gross hands off to Smith. Nathan Smith, who's now in the ball game. Smith looks to go down the line. Carpenter will pick him up. Continuing to move the ball around. Campbell County will put the shot up. No good, and Custer comes out with it. Custer better watch from behind as Campbell came calling. On the right side, long three-pointer put up by Wilson, not able to make it fall. And Al with the rebound that time was Strogenfrey, and as he does, Blaine Biddle's going to get him from behind. It's his fourth. He's not been able to be on the floor a whole lot. He's gotten into foul trouble throughout the night. 48-44, so we hit the 7-minute mark. On the left side, bringing the ball down that time is Nathan Smith. Shot put up, not able to make it fall, and Custer and Harrison County will bring the ball down, and Coach Russell just throwing his arms up and has it look like, what is going on? And that's not something you normally see from Coach Russell. As we mentioned, one of the veteran, successful coaches in the 10th region has taken his team to Rupp multiple times since they have been in the 10th. On the left side, he'll find Carpenter. Carpenter about 5 feet out, finds Hinton in the lane. He tries to get around Jackson, puts it up and in for 2. His first bucket of the half. His 13th point overall, and Coach Russell takes a full timeout here as well, which gives us an opportunity to tell you about Harrison County Farm Bureau. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you can cover it. You need to keep it covered. And that's what Dustin Rose and Amy Davis do. They help you keep it covered. Give Harrison County Farm Bureau a phone call, 234-4514. 234-4514. 50-44 our score. Reds up by 6. Biggest lead they have had has been 6 points. They've been there a couple of times tonight. Nice crowd on hand. Reds back in action. As we mentioned, tomorrow night they make the trip to Nicholas County to take on the Blue Jackets. 6:30 game. Varsity only matchup. Last part we had, Phillies were down at halftime to Rowan County. Hopefully they can make their way back in that third quarter. The Phillies this season, scoring has been an issue at times, and hopefully maybe not tonight against a very good Rowan County club. That Lady Viking team, really a good ball club over in the 16th. Ball put back into play, bringing the ball down the floor is Hamilton. Hamilton gives it to Keegan Hill. Hill nearly throws it away, but going and retrieving it will be Jake Gross. Gross trying to set up the offense, goes right, then goes left. Picks it up, and on the right side, he'll find Smith. Smith will get it across to Hill, puts up a shot, no good. Out, Strogenfire will knock the ball out, and Carpenter comes down with it. Finds it back out to Custer. Custer being guarded very closely by Smith, finds Hinton. Hinton down in the right side, gets it back to Carpenter. Shot put up, no good. Biddle out with the rebound. He'll save it from going out. He'll lose the handle on it, and coming out with it will be Campbell County. Biddle saved it, but Campbell was able to intercept. Gets it back to Hill. Hill finds Gross. Gross has been quiet after the first quarter. Goes back to the right side. Coming down with it, putting up the shot, not able to make it fall. Oh, wow. Not only are the Phillies down 32-14 at halftime, Gab Hadrick has 3 fouls. And as I say that, speaking of fouls, Blaine Biddle picks up his 5th as he'll foul out. Brings in Will Furnish, come in quickly. J.D. Kendall back in for Garrett Wilson. And Aiden Hamilton will come in for Trent Strogenfire. I think we got all the subs we need, but so that may explain some of the scoring down in Owensboro. Smith with the first one up and in, up and it will not fall in. It didn't hit. His first trip there tonight. He has 2 points overall. Smith, 69% at the line. He'll miss the second one as well. Misses that one badly. Out with the rebounds, Carpenter. He'll feed Custer, 50-44. Reds up by 6. Stay with us. We'll have the Judy Construction Player of the Game, and we'll name them as well as the MCTC Licking Valley Campus post-game report coming up after tonight's matchup. 5-minute mark left to play. Finds Hinton down in the left corner. Hinton brings it back out front. Trying to reset the offense. Custard, who's played the entire night, gets it back to Kendall. Up no with the rebound. Furnish fights his way out with it. Gets it to Carpenter, who buries his shoulder, and he gets called for it as well. And it is a good call. That's his 4th. Mason Smiley will come in for Carpenter. Yeah, Clay just barreled his shoulder, whether he realized it or not, and an official right in front of him called him for the charge. 50-44, Brett still with the lead. Jay Gross bringing the ball down the floor on the right side. Gross with a couple of dribbles. Gets it across court. We'll find Hamilton. Hamilton hands off and continues to move the ball around. Going up with it will be Gross, and Gross just not able to do anything as Harrison County takes it away. Carpenter Custer brings it down, hands it to Furnish, goes up, not able to fall. Ball fought for it. Custer out with the rebound. and gives it to Smiley, and Mason's going to reset the offense. Nice bit of work that time by Custard in the Harrison defense. Smiley gets it back out front. Being guarded by Hill. Looking to his right, Smiley hands off to Hinton. Hinton about 5 feet out, goes up and in for two. He has all 4 points here in the fourth quarter. Hamilton will put up a long three-pointer and buries it. Nice shot. His first field goal of the second half. Has 9 points overall and timeout on the floor. Called by Campbell County. 52-47 our score. As Harrison County leading the way. Let's see if they can hold on. Treat yourself to some Snappy Tomato Pizza. I had Snappy for lunch today. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, the Beast Pizza. Give them a call tonight. They'd love to feed you. 235-7627. Give them a call. 235-SNAP. Thank you very much. As Harrison County leading the way, 52-47. They led 48-44 at the end of three. And they put up all 4 points here in the fourth quarter as they're leading the way 4-3. Braylon Hinton having a well of a night. Came in averaging 6.8 points on the year. And has 15 points to lead the way for Harrison County. But we got a ways to go. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to play, 52-47. So we mentioned, just taking a look at numbers, Campbell County has won the last 8 matchups in a row against Harrison County. The last win for the Breds against the Campbell County team was back in 2015. So they are due. J.D. Kendall being guarded closer by Jake Gross as he'll get it back into play. Finds Hinton. Hinton being double teamed that time. We'll get it back out front to Smiley. Smiley in a hurry brings the ball down, feeds Custard. Custard up and in for two, and is fouled on the way to the basket. His 11th point on the night. And
got the basket for Caden Custard to get the line for one shot. Campbell fouls on number 20.
Eric Davey picks up his fourth. He becomes the first Camel with, actually he's the only Camel with 3 or more, his fourth in that time. Custer goes to the line. He is 2 for 3 there tonight, gets that one for the three-point play. 55-47, 8 points. Biggest lead the Breds have had tonight. On the right side, Hill. Now top of the key around center court. Smiley guarding him, gives the ball across the way, and that is where he will find Gross, and as he does, he tries to go to Hamilton. They're going to whistle Custer for holding, and that's his second. That's a team's 7th and a team's 9th. Good grief, I didn't realize that. And that will put Campbell County at the line for 1 and a bonus. Breds are going to call a timeout. Called by Coach Brooks. So we mentioned stay with us. We'll have the MCTC Licking Valley Campus post-game report where we will name the Judy Constructioner of the player of the game. We'll be joined by Coach Brooks as well. A lot of that here from the floor at the Hilltop. 3:25 left to play. 55-47. Harrison County with an 8-point lead. They trail 23-10 at the end of the first. We were tied at 36-all at the half where we saw the Breds come out and outscore them 26-13 in the second. The Breds took the third one 12-8 to make it a 48-44 at the end of 3. And right now, Harrison County leading. They have outscored Campbell County 7-3 here in the fourth quarter. Hamilton will go to the line for 1 in the bonus. He is 3 for 6 at the line tonight. He's 20 points overall. Came in averaging 17. He cannot get that one to fall. And now with the rebound is Kendall. JD will hand it off to Custer. Custer bringing the ball down the floor. Caden gets it across the timeline. He's met by Keegan Hill. Custer goes down the lane, puts it up and in for 2. It bounced everywhere before it fell in. His 7th point of the half, has 14 overall. Hill brings the ball down the floor, tries to go down the lane, hands it off. Williams goes down the baseline. Right side, Gross with a long three-pointer. Too hard, ball fought for, out of bounds. Off of Campbell County, Harrison County ball. Jackson back in for Williams for Campbell County. Campbell looking a little confused out there. It's not quite the scene we've seen over the years for Coach Russell's kids. But they came in tonight with a record of 7-8, not quite the height he's had in the past. Smith Smiley bringing the ball down the floor. Custard back to Smiley. Smiley on the left side, back to Custard. Caden looking to go right, gets away from his defense, falls down, but is able to get the ball to Kendall before that. Kendall being double teamed, throws it across court, and a dangerous pass. Hinton now with it, long three-pointer, no good. Furnish kicks it back out front. Kendall gets a long rebound. Back to Custer we go. Custer being double teamed, finds Smiley. Mason hands off to Kendall. Kendall playing a little keep away, gets it back to Hinton. Hinton Custard, Hinton 10 feet out, up and no. Furnish with a little rebound, went up, and as he does, Hill's going to get him. And that will be Hill's third. Puts Furnish at the line. He has 4 points overall, his first trip there tonight. On the year, Will hitting 35%, 6 for 17 at the line. Up and will not able to make it fall. He'll have another. Clay Carpenter back in. Clay with those 4 fouls coming in for Harrison County as Braylon Hinton has a seat. Furnish with a couple of dribbles. Up and not able to make it fall. And out with the rebounds, Gross. Gross down with it. Gets the ball down the floor. Hamilton goes down the lane, runs over the top of everybody, makes it fall, and is fouled on the way to the basket. And that's against Furnish. That's Will's second. Hamilton with 20 points on the night. 2 for 2 at the line here in the second half. 57-49, Harrison County with an 8-point lead over Campbell County. Too hard, not able to make it fall. Kendall out with the rebound as we hit the 2-minute mark. Hill comes in from behind and gets him.
Campbell fouls on number 2, Keegan Hill.
And that's Hill's fourth. He'll become the second Camel with 4. And that'll be the 7th team foul against Campbell County. And so we'll walk the other way and put the Breds in the bonus. Puts Kendall at the line.
At the line for Harrison County, J.D. Kendall.
He's 0 for 1 there tonight. Has 4 points overall. 57-49, we're 1:59 left to play. J.D. with a couple of dribbles. Up and in. We'll have another as Brad's in the bonus here. Richard Harris in for Will Furnish.
Harrison County, Richard Harris.
Richard with 3 points overall on the night. Next one, up and in. You could have not made that any perfect. Hit nothing but net on that. And Brad's up by 10. Biggest lead of the night, 59-49. Jackson with a bounce pass. Gets it back out front to Hill. Jackson, three-pointer from the right wing, and he buries it. Nice shot that time by Garen Jackson. His first field goal has 4 points overall. Custer being guarded by Jackson, who is about a foot behind him. Tries to go underneath, and as he does, Jackson will knock the ball out of bounds. 1:35 left to play. Checking back in this time is Trent Schwagenfrey. Nathan Smith will follow him as Jackson and Davies have a seat, and I expect that's probably a little bit of situational with those 4 fouls. Back into Custer. Custer being guarded by Smith. Across the way to Carpenter. Carpenter, one dribble, and gets it back out front to Custer. Brett's trying to take some air out of the ball. Smiley, a little early to do that. The back of all put back into play. Smith looking to go down the lane. Loses a handle on it, as he does. The Breds are going to get a whistle for a foul. Either Smiley or Carpenter, and for Carpenter, you're hoping it is Smiley, and it will be.
Harrison fouls on number 3, Mason Smiley.
Smiley's second.
His second.
So Carpenter with 4 fouls is why I said that. Brings up Nathan Smith at the line. He's 0 for 2 at the line. His 2 points overall, and make him 0 for 3 as he misses that first one. 59-52. Bred's leading the way, but we've still got a minute 19 left to play. A little too hard. Ball fought for, and as we got bodies hitting the floor, the ball hits the floor, and it got a whistle. Foul against number 32, which is Strogenfryer. That's his first. Serving Fry will have a seat. And we'll walk to the other end and put the breads at the line, and going to the line will be Caden Custer. Custer 4 for 5 there. And still 1-1 in the bonus. There's apparently some question about it. Officials will finally say, you know, that's 1-1, and that's what we'll do. Coach Brooks having a couple of words with Smiley and Carpenter. Smiley will head to the free throw stripe, and Carpenter will come back. Making sure who has who. Up and in. You'll have another. Reds back up 60-52. They have led by a 10. Been their biggest lead here in the fourth quarter. They're up by 8 at the moment. 1:18 left to play. Stay tuned. We'll have the Maysville Community Technical College Looking Valley Campus post-game report. Named the Judy Construction Player of the Game. Up and in. Perfect. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And the Reds up by 9. 61-52. Jackson bringing the ball down the lane. Gets it to Gross. Gross looking to go inside. Back out front. Davies gets tangled up. Custer goes and gets it. Caden comes down, up and in for 2. Nice bit of defensive work. Other end we go. Hamilton goes up. Custer's going to get him from behind. Should have let it go, but Hamilton went up with the shot, and as he does, Custer will pick up his third. And more importantly, that will stop the clock and put Hamilton into the line for the double bonus, as that's a 10th team foul. He's 4 for 4 there tonight. He's 11 points overall. Came in averaging 19. Perfect. He'll have another. Yeah, you're at a point now you don't want to stop that clock. 63-53. Reds are led by 11. 56 seconds left, but still, lots of time. Up and in. Ball getting ready to put back into play. 56.9 seconds. Kendall trying to run the baseline. Still tries to get it in. Gets it into Carpenter. Carpenter has Hamilton all over him. Goes up. Gives it to Harris. Harris. Hands off to Smiley. Brett's trying to move the ball, and as he does, timeout called by Harrison County.
Timeout, Harrison County.
Brett's trying to make sure that they will get everything underway here. Full timeout on the floor. 63-54. Breads up by 9. They have led by as many as 11. 47 seconds. I mentioned this would be a big win. It would also be a statement win for this Harrison County program. Campbell, as we mentioned, made their way last year to the 10th region finals. Would also be a big win because of that big win over Scott on Wednesday. Back-to-back wins over a couple of big-time Northern Kentucky's teams in the 10th region. Hill is joined by Davey, Jackson, Gross, and Hamilton. Starting lineup back out there for the Camels. 47 seconds left. Brett still surrounding Coach Brooks. Smiley, Carpenter, Harris, Custer. Joined by J.D. Kendall. Kendall getting ready to throw the ball out between the scorer's table and the bench. He'll get it back into play. Goes in the backcourt to Custer. Hill gets a hand on it. We got a foul, and this one against Gross. It'll be Gross's second for Campbell County. And, you know, I said Harrison County didn't want to put Campbell at the line. The only thing that good it does is does stop the clock. But you're putting Kendall at the line. He is 3 for 4 there tonight. He has 5 points overall. Bounces on in there. The way Harrison County has been at the free throw line tonight, I'm not sure you really want them at the line, but you do have to stop the clock somehow. Kendall will have a second. Perfect. 65-54 ties the biggest lead at 11. Gross brings the ball down. Went to go down the lane as he did, surrounded by 4 white jerseys. They're going to whistle Kendall for that one. That'll be JD's first. Bud puts Gross at the line. He is 2 for 3 at the stripe tonight, has 10 points overall. All 10 of those coming in that first half. 8 of those 10 coming in the first quarter. This one will fall through, back to a 10-point lead. Has 11 points. Up and make that 12 as that one will fall through too, and back to a 9-point lead, 65-56. 30 seconds. Ball to Smiley. Smiley being double teamed, as he does. He'll be fouled from behind. That's against Gross, and that's his third. Comes the third Camel with 3. Smiley will go to the line. First trip there tonight. Mason has 6 points overall. Mason 5 for 6 at the line for 83% on the season. Very quiet here at the Hilltop as Alvin falls through. He'll have another. 66-56, trying to get it back to 11-point lead with 29 seconds left. Reds back in action tomorrow night. They make the trip to Nicholas County. Game time 6:30. Varsity only. Up and in. Hill will bring the ball down as we go to 25 seconds. Back out front to Jackson. Jackson looking to go in, and Harris goes skying. He knocks the ball about in the front row, but as he does, he comes down awful hard. Not something you want to see from Richard. Richard will get up, holding his right elbow. Foul will be called against Harris. That'll be his first. It'll put Jackson at the line. He's staying in, but he's still holding that right arm.
Harrison fouls on number 4, Richard Harris, his first.
Jackson 1 for 2 at the line. Has 4 points overall.
15, Garrett Jackson shooting 2 shots.
The freshman with a couple of dribbles, up and too hard. Can't get it to fall. We'll have another. 67-56, 18.8 seconds is all we've got left. The Reds, as we mentioned, a big-time win here tonight. That one up and in. Back to a 10-point lead. Actually, 67-57. Kendall trying to get it in. He'll run the baseline. Back to Smiley, to Kendall. 15 seconds. Down the floor to Custer. Custer being trailed by Hill. Goes over across to Davey. Gets fouled on the way in. Can't get it to fall. And Davey's on the halfway to the bench as he'll get whistle for his 5th.
Campbell fouls on number 20, Eric Davey, his 5th.
And he had a big night.
Caden Custer is the line for Harrison County shooting.
He'll end the night with 20 points. On the night, 14 of those 20 coming in that first half. Puts Custer at the line. A little too hard, cannot get that one to fall. 9 points here in the fourth quarter. 11 points in the second half. And 18 points for Caden Custer tonight. That one not able to fall either. Out with a rebound. Jake Gross, 5 seconds. Long three-pointer and buries it. Nice shot that time. 67-60. As the buzzer will sound, Harrison County comes away with their 9th win on the year by a final of 67-60 here tonight. A big-time win for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds. The first time since 2015 that Harrison County has knocked off the Campbells. Also puts that 8 games in a row Campbell County streak to an end. Big time win for Harrison County here tonight. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game report where we'll take a look at the numbers being brought to you by the Maysville Community Technical College. We'll also here tonight and name the Judy Construction Player of the Game. And we got several folks to choose from here tonight, so a lot still to come here from the floor. Your final again, 67-60, Harrison County over Campbell County here tonight. We'll get all the numbers counted and take a look at how they broke down. 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8. Big time fourth quarter here tonight for Harrison County. Is Harrison County taking that fourth quarter 19-16 to help count for that 67-60 win here tonight. As we Do a little bit of math and we'll get you some totals here. Last report we had from Owensboro was not good. It was at the half and saw Harrison County trailing. And they trail after 3, 50-20 after 3. So not a good night for Harrison County. As we mentioned, I'm sure Gab had to set a lot of that first half as she picked up 3 fouls here tonight, or down there. Continuing to do a little bit of housekeeping here as far as we'll get you the numbers. Here in just a moment. Harrison County back in action tomorrow night. The varsity-only matchup as they make their trip to Nicholas County to take on Coach Wright's Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets have had a rough year so far. It'll be the first varsity matchup, or not varsity, first district matchup this year for Harrison County. Yeah, as we take a look at this, as far as the individual numbers, as we begin our MCTC Licking Valley Campus postgame report. As we mentioned here tonight, and we thank the fine folks at Maysville Community Technical College for bringing us our postgame report. Let's take a look how the individual numbers break down. First for the Campbells, they put 3 players in double figures. They were led by Eric Davey. Davey fouling out in the ballgame, had 20, but 14 of those 20 coming in that first half of play here tonight. Jay Gross then with 14 points. Gross with 14. He had a big night, but the thing about that was Gross scoring 10 of those 14. Actually, that's not right. He had 15 points. 15 points for Gross. He had 10 of those 15 coming in that first half. And then 13 points for Aiden Hamilton. Hamilton came in leading the team with 19 points, had 13 overall on the night. 9 of those coming in that second half to account for Hamilton's points. The rest of the scoring, Keegan Hill with 3 for Hill, 5 points for Garen Jackson, Jackson with 5, 2 points for Nathan Smith, Smith off the bench with 2, and 2 points for Trent Schrogenfrey with 2 points as well. That is the way they scored their 60 points. For Harrison County, a very, very balanced attack tonight. Is almost everybody that got in, actually, everybody that did get in, did score. Taking a look, they were led in scoring 2 players in double figures. Caden Custer with 18 points overall, and 11 of those 18 coming in that second half. Big night for Caden Custer. 15 points for Braylon Hinton. Hinton with 15. The big thing about that was Hinton, 11 of those 15 coming in that first half, and 9 of those 11 coming from behind the three-point line tonight. 15 for Braylon Hinton. 8 points for Mason Smiley. Smiley with 8 tonight. Richard Harris with 3 points tonight, going 1 for 1 at the free throw stripe. 2 points for Blaine Biddle. Biddle did foul out, but he had 2 points on the night. Clayton Carpenter off the bench, 6 points, had 2 big three-pointers in that second quarter. 6 points for Carpenter, 4 points for Will Furnish with 4 all coming in that third quarter. 8 points for J.D. Kendall. Kendall with 8 points, going 4 for 5 at the free throw stripe, including 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. And 2 points for Garrett Wilson. Wilson with 2 points on the night as well. That is the way the Braves scored their 67 points tonight. 67-60, your final. As far as quarter scoring goes, as we take a look at that, we see that Campbell County taking that first quarter 23-10. But Harrison County bounced back and took that second quarter 26-13 to make it a 36-all at halftime. In that third quarter, Brett's taking it 12-8 to make it a 48-44 at the end of 3. Brett's taking the fourth quarter 19-16 in that fourth quarter to make it a 67-60. So Harrison County taking 3 of the 4 quarters here tonight. And it's a big win. Brett's picking up their 4th region win to go to 4-2, go 9-5 on the season here tonight. As Harrison County, as we mentioned, and you with me tonight? Is now joined by Assistant Harrison County Head Coach Hendrick Case. And Coach, first time since 2015 the Braves come up with a big win over Campbell County.
Yeah, that's a big one. I talked to the guys all since starting the day before yesterday about how we let one get away from us up there last year at their place. They beat us by 3 last year, and we felt like we controlled that game. And take away the first quarter, we controlled this one too. So it was a good win. Now we just got to, Coach Brooks just said in the locker room, can't take 2 steps back. Got to keep climbing forward.
Well, as you mentioned, tonight really I see it as a statement win because this Campbell County program, as we mentioned over the few years, but it's a big win. You knock off Scott earlier in the week, you then turn around and knock off Campbell. A big week for the Brooks.
Anytime you beat those Northern Kentucky teams, it's a big week. And, but we feel like we let one slip away against Mason. So hopefully reminds us of where we can be. Bracken County is rolling right now. We got them coming up next week. They just won the All-A, so it'll be a big one Tuesday. And got Nicholas County District game Saturday. And I know the freshman and JV game have been canceled for those of you that haven't heard that. So the varsity will be at 6:30 at Nicholas on Saturday. So take care of that one first, then get the next week.
Well, let's talk a little bit about a couple of the individual plays tonight. Custard leading the way, really having a big fourth quarter for Harrison.
Big fourth quarter, and, I thought he was in attack mode all night. And, we picked and choose our spots when we put him on Hamilton defensively. Gave him some time to rest in the first half and parts of the third quarter. But when it was crunch time, he was on Hamilton and made it really hard on him.
Let's talk a little bit about Braylon Hinton. Hinton coming off the bench in that first half. How big were those three-pointers?
Huge first half and letting it fly. And, we brought Braylon down to play some JV with me, trying to get his mojo going, trying to get him see buckets going through the net. And I think it's building confidence for him. He's had 2 games now where in the JV level where he's seen the ball go in. Now it's carrying over to the varsity level. So I thought tonight was the first game, I told the guys in the locker room, 9 guys that played. Gave us everything they had. At nights we've only had 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. I thought all 9 guys contributed tonight that got in there, and that made me really happy.
Well, you mentioned that. Everybody got in the scoring column as well.
That's right. It's always good when you have nights like that, when you got, multiple people scoring and a couple in double figures and everybody contributing. Mason Smiley hit some shots. Clay Carpenter hit some shots.
Yeah.
Richard come up big with a couple big ones to get us going there in the first. And I thought Will Furnish contested everything on the rim. At the rim, he did a great job on the big man Davey for Campbell County. He's been playing well for them lately. Mm-hmm. I thought Will did a really good job on him tonight. And Blaine, too, when he was in there, using his physicality. Had the length that Will does, but Blaine was really pushing him around and getting them in spots, making them shoot shots they weren't comfortable shooting.
Well, real quickly, let me tell you, there's no round table tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I know you've been there last week, and no round table tomorrow with Jim down in Owensboro. Before I let you go, let's get a couple of comments about Coach Wright's Nicholas County team. It's the first time the Reds have seen district play. Nicholas County's never an easy place to go. So what do you know about the Blue Jackets?
They had a stretch over Christmas there where they won 3 or 4 in a row. They've got the kid that his name escaped me right now. Mason, no. But he lit us up in the district tournament last year, mm-hmm. and he's back. So he's been red hot lately. His name escaped me right now. But anyways, we got to be ready for him. He's going to look to score. And the thing is, we just got to show up and be physical. If we're physical and we show up and play hard, that'd be a game that should be. It's a district game, so you got to be ready to go, okay? But, it should be one that we control the tempo, we control the pace, we set the tone defensively, and we should be able to take care of.
Well, Blue Jackets are always very physical, and anytime you got John Michael Wright's team, it's going to be pretty hard.
Those guys are playing hard for Coach Wright. He's doing a good job, and he and I talk regularly, so, he'll be ready for us. He's always going to have something to throw at us, but we just got to show up and see what happens when we throw the ball up.
Real quick before I let you go, I made the comment during the game. I said it doesn't seem that long ago since he was wearing number 4 and running down this floor. To me, it doesn't seem that long ago since you were running up and down this floor either.
This is a lot longer ago than you think.
Well, thanks,
but
Coach.
It's good, always good to play against John Michael.
We appreciate that. Of course, Harrison County Assistant Coach Andrew Case joining us, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow as well. Harrison County with a big win tonight, 67-60 your final, as the Braves pick up their 9th win on the season. Let's name the Judy Construction Player of the Game. As we mentioned, there's several players you can mention. If you go, Caden Custer leading the way with 18 points on the night, but those 3-pointers Braylon Hinton had in that first half, it's hard not to pick one of the two of them here tonight. So let's just make it a co-Judy Construction Player of the Game here tonight. As Caden Custer leading with 18 points, Braylon Hinton with 15 points, our Judy Construction Player of the ball game here this evening. As we mentioned one more time, tomorrow, no Let's Talk Sports, no roundtable. There will be a bottom line starting at 9 o'clock. You can catch that, of course, on WCYN 1400 AM, 101.3 FM, as well on the WCYN app. And And Ryan, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get you, see if you can find one more time our updated score before we get out of here. As far as what's going on, the last report we had, it was 50-20, Rowan County leading Harrison County in the end of 3. As we mentioned, the Phillies are back in action next week as well. And, well, of course, the Braves are back in action tomorrow night. Now, tomorrow night, as we mentioned, it's a varsity-only matchup. As that game will be coming to you in Nicholas County at 6:30 tomorrow night. Jim will be along with you for that one. No JV, no freshmen. 6:30 varsity only tomorrow night over at Nicholas County. The Harrison County Thoroughbreds and the Blue Jackets. First district matchup for Harrison County on the year. And give you a second or so here to see if you can come up with our scoring update or so from down at Owensboro as a part of the 2A state tournament. Harrison County, as we mentioned, trailing the last report at the end of 3, 50-20 as well. If you would like to hear more of that game, if you have not tuned in for that yet, it's on WCYN 1400 AM, 101.3 FM, as well as the WCYN app. We need to say some thanks. Thank you to some folks. Okay, our score right now, 55-31, Rowan County leading the way over Harrison County in the fourth quarter down at Owensboro. We need to say thank you to the folks allowing us to be here tonight, our sponsors. We thank Unity Christian Church, Cynthiana Tire, Southern States, Edward Jones, Poindexter Lumber, Harrison Memorial Hospital, Sora Home Medical, Ag Credit, Van Hook Hardware, Hinton Mills, Bluegrass Stockyard, Angelo's Pizza, also Maysville Community Technical College, Licking Valley Campus, as well as Snappy Tomato Pizza, Harrison County Farm Bureau, Cynthiana's Hardee's, Michael Furnish and Farm Credit Mid-America, Joe Cochran and State Farm Insurance, Judy Construction, all allowing us to be with you here from the Hilltop tonight. We say, of course, thank you to Ryan. He does a great job helping us out here tonight, as well as Sean, providing us our YouTube coverage here tonight as well. They do a great job each and every, and they'll be back with us, of course, for our next home game here for the Hilltop next week as well. But we thank you most of all for spending a little bit of your Friday night with me here at the Hilltop as the Breds, as we mentioned for the first time since 2015, knocking off Campbell County by a final of 67-60. Until tomorrow night, Jim will be back along with you starting at 6:30, 6:15 pregame report on WCYN. Good evening.